there has been some interesting news and speculations and comments in the MMA world as of recent. The last couple of days, there's been some interesting stuff that has come out over social media. So we're gonna break down some of the latest news. I'm gonna try to do a video like this once every week, preferably on a Sunday, so I can gather all the hot news and whatnot and recap at the end of the week. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna try to keep it up every Sunday. Obviously, if if I don't keep up with it, you lot can you can get on to me, you can chat shit to me, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to keep up with this weekly series. But let's start anyways. Mauricio Ruffy wants to fight Ilia Topuria to avenge Charles Oliveira after his KO. Brazil, this is the comments he made. Brazil has given me a mission. Charles fans have given me a mission. And as a Charles fan myself, Topuria can wait 1 or 2 fights, as I've said before. But whoever holds the belt becomes my target. So Topuria, I've seen already written down for you there. Enjoy your time, celebrate your moment. After 1 or 2 fights, we'll meet in the octagon. Okay, guys, what I will say, you know what? That's an interesting matchup because it's essentially, someone's just commented and I've seen the comment, Spanish McGregor versus Brazilian McGregor. I can't lie, it kind of is, guys. I won't lie, it kind of is. Because obviously we've got Mauricio, okay, let's start with Spanish McGregor. We've got Ilia Topuria, the Spanish McGregor, who has literally, what's the word I'm looking for? Has emulated Conor McGregor's career to a T. And obviously the way he talks and carries himself is very McGregorish. And then we have Mauricio Ruffy, who does not carry himself like McGregor at all. But if we're looking at carbon copy in terms of fighting and like their whole style, that is McGregor. Like when you see Mauricio Ruffy in the octagon, he literally reminds you of a prime McGregor. The stance, the way he touches people. I'm almost certain he's southpaw as well. He throws spinning heel kicks. Like everything is like McGregor. So this would be a very good matchup. But I'm going to be honest. I think Ilia Topuria beats Mauricio Ruffy. The only thing that I think Ilia would have to worry about is because he is shorter, and I've seen obviously against Jai Herbert, and I think this was before he got to the UFC, I actually see him get caught with the same shot, which was the head kick. And where he is the shorter fighter, who knows, Mauricio Ruffy could, I know I'm saying his name wrong, it's actually Hoofy or Huffy, however you say it, I've forgotten now. But yeah, he could land that shot. But generally speaking, I do think Ilia would probably try and close the distance. And who knows? Ilia probably would try and take him down. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I do think Ilia will probably try to take him down. Maybe do what he did to Max, mixing the takedowns early just to let you know, like, I can take you down as well. And there's always that threat. But yeah, I would still, at this moment in time, I would still lean towards more Ilia winning that fight, but that's just my opinion. And this is some more news surrounding Ilia Topuria. Obviously, Justin Gaethje, as we all know, Justin Gaethje wanted a title shot, and he's basically saying if he doesn't get a title shot, he doesn't want to fight. And this is what he's said in the last couple of days. I want to fight Ilia Topuria in my next fight. He's a big name right now and cocky. I'd like to knock him out this November at Madison Square Garden. I'm not even going to spend too much time on this potential fight because I don't think there's a point of the UFC making it, because respectfully, Justin is another person who gets hit and hurt. I wouldn't necessarily say he gets hurt, but as the way Charles gets hurt, but he gets hit quite a lot. So I think Ilia does the same thing to him. I think Ilia sleeps him, respectfully. I think Ilia will close the distance, get in the pocket. Fair enough, Justin Gaethje will probably land some good low kicks, but I generally don't think he can beat Ilia Topuria, respectfully. Like, I know MMA maths doesn't work like this, but look what Ilia did to Charles, and look what Charles did to you, bro. So, like, kind of speaks for itself. Like, in my opinion, Ilia's toughest matchup in that lightweight division is Arman. I personally don't think that Islam Makhachev should move back down to lightweight. I think that will affect him big time if he does go back down to lightweight, especially if he's fighting a guy like Ilia who has that sort of punching power. I do really think that will affect him. So if they're gonna make that fight, Ilia should move up in my opinion. But yeah, in the lightweight division, the only person in my honest opinion that I feel like can give Ilia a hard fight is Arman Sarukian. And I know some people will still talk shit. And obviously, Arman Sarukian's boxing is not at the same level or as Ilia Topuria, but I still think he gives Ilia the toughest toughest fight in that division. Yeah, man. And next up, we got Shavkat. Obviously, Shavkat Rakhmonov. He has recently come out and he's made some comments. I think he's recovering from injury, and he recently came out. I think this was literally a day ago. He's came up and he's come out and said, the situation is difficult. I'm waiting to see who will fight for the title. Perhaps we'll go straight to the title fight even next year. I'm waiting. I don't want to waste my energy on immediate fights. Immediate. My bad, guys. I don't want to waste my energy on intermediate fights. I'm going to be honest, Shavkat. This is not me throwing any shade or being a hater, but respectfully, you was injured. Yeah, the division has to fucking move on. Like, I understand where he's coming from, and I feel for him because you were the number one contender. But I'm sorry, bro. The division continues without you. Like, if there's another fighter that somehow manages to get to that number one contender spot before you fight, I'm sorry, they deserve the title shot. Like, I was having this argument with my friend because he's a big Shavkat fan. Personally, I don't see what the hype is around Shavkat. I don't think Shavkat beats Jack Della Maddalena. That's my opinion. People want to say, oh, his last fight, he was injured. Respectfully, I don't think there's anything special about Shavkat. Good fighter, very good fighter, don't get me wrong. But I think people are just, like, why ain't people talking about Jack Della Maddalena the way they talk about Shavkat? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, he's the fucking champion. He got there before you, bro. Like, yeah, cool. Shavkat, he does deserve a title shot. I'm not sitting there and saying he doesn't. But what people need to understand is, it's not like a John Jones situation where John Jones was the champion, even though I didn't agree with that year off. But they even did the interim during that period. Do you get it? Because the division has to move on with or without you, bro. Like, so as much as I hear he should get a title shot, and he does deserve it, at the same time he doesn't deserve it because there's people that have been working hard and building their resume while you've been away. Like, Ian Gary's had how many fights since you guys fought? Do you know what I mean? So, like, if he was to win, if Ian Gary is to win his next fight, I'm not gonna lie, he potentially could get a title shot. And what are you gonna? Are the UFC gonna turn around and say, oh no, Shavkat was the number one contender before you, but he got injured, so he had to sit out. And even though you've been putting in work, Ian, you're gonna have to sit out and wait while he gets the title shot. Like, come on, man, we have to be fair, guys. Do you know what I mean? And this is not me throwing shade or trying to talk down on Shavkat. I'm just being realistic and saying what I think and what I think is right to do. What the UFC will do, I don't know. I can't lie. Depending on when he comes back, he could fight a Shavkat. I mean, Shavkat, he could fight a Bilal, beat Bilal and, be on your way and fight for the belt. But I don't want to spend too much time on Shavkat either because I was having this argument with my friend yesterday on DMs and it was kind of pissing me off because, bruv, the division has to continue. Bruv, this is the same thing. Obviously, it's different situation, but this is like us saying, oh, John Jones, before he retired, oh, he should just keep the belt and keep taking the piss with the division. No, the division needs to move on with or without you. There's other fighters that could be fighting for the belt. There's other fighters that could be moving up in the rankings. But because of you, the division is getting held up. So I'm sorry, Shavkat, the division has to move on. The reality is, no matter what you as an individual is going through in life, Life goes on with or without you, and that's the same with the division. So that's my opinion, man. Quickly, before I even move on to my last two little posts, I was meant to talk about this first when I started the video, but I completely forgot. The UFC has now signed 19-year-old Alice Pereira to become youngest female in UFC history. She debuts versus Montserrat Rendon at No Shade UFC. Okay, not bad, not bad. I can't lie. I don't know anything about her. I'm gonna go do some research on her. You know what? Let's click her profile. Let's click her profile. Oh, swear down, they do. Instagram does this now. Yeah, man's got a DM. Hey, she's not bad, you know. I can't lie to you. She's not bad. She's pretty. Ooh. And I like the tattoos, the glasses, and that. She's looking cute and that. You know what I'm saying? Alex Pereira, 19. Oh, it's a bit. I'm 20. Like, yeah, man. Give it a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, one day I'll be in the UFC and that, and baby, we can, you know. Don't worry, I got you. Niger man, I got you. Don't worry. Hey. Well, yeah, she's alright. No, I thought nothing special. Nothing special. But she's pretty. She's pretty, I can't lie. What country is she from though? Wait, why has she got this as a highlight? Little Yachty future play. I'm so confused. Why is this here? Oh, she does the same thing. Yeah, she's not bad. She's cute. But yeah, you know what? Because she just signed, I will actually do a what's it called? I will do a video where I actually look at her fight history and, you know, break down her fighting style and whatnot. Because yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing about her. But yeah, youngest female ever in the UFC. Hopefully big things to become. Who knows? Maybe she can become the youngest female champion in UFC history. And who knows? Maybe she can actually become the youngest UFC champion in general. We have to wait and see. But yeah, I was meant to talk about that at the start of the video. And quickly, Leon Edwards is planning a return. I've been seeing some speculations. Apparently, he might be facing Michael Morales, or however you say his name. And I no go lie. Leon, they are feeding you to the young G's now. They don't rate you. You just fight like a Jamaican boy that is always smoking weed, too relaxed, no agency. That's why they're just feeding you to the wolves, to the YNs of the division. You know what I'm saying? That division is very active with the YNs. And the YNs are coming for you. And I no go lie. If Leon Edwards gets Michael Morales, hey, good night. Long nights. If Nate Diaz can rock Rocky like that, what do you think Michael Morales will do? He will send him to the shadow realm like he did Kamaru Usman. Leon, hi. But yeah, man, Leon is planning a return for October, November. We'll see. He said, I want to fight again, hopefully in October or November. I'm in talks now with the UFC and Dana White, trying to find an opponent that fits. Someone's commented, let's go, Leon, title run starts now. I'll be honest, guys, Leon is never getting that title back. Never. The division is too active. And you see Leon Edwards' fighting style, I feel like for him to win fights, you have to be very... You can't be... The other fighter is not really that willing to engage. When you have a fighter that's willing to engage and be in your face, I think Leon struggles. I think Leon fights best when he can keep people at distance and pick them apart. But again, he just doesn't have any urgency. There's no like, okay, he just always seems relaxed, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Who his next opponent is, I don't know. If it is Michael Morales, then good luck. Personally, I would like to see him match up against Ian Gary. I think that would be an interesting fight. I do think he beats Ian Gary because they have... The way they're going to fight is quite similar, but I feel like Leon will be the one in that fight to step on the gas a little bit. And lastly, Alexander Volkanovski has revealed he regrets taking the fight versus Ilia Topuria so soon after his short notice KO against Islam Makhachev. He made these comments. He said, "I feel like I had more of a concussion from the Islam one than Topuria knockout. I should have had a break." No, you don't say. Even Islam said it after the fight. Volkanovski's team, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say they didn't care about him, because at the end of the day, you can tell someone to do this and do that, and it's still down to them or what they do. But I agree. I don't think he should have taken that fight. In boxing, when you get knocked out, usually they have a 6-month break. I don't know how long it was Volk had off, but it wasn't long enough. Especially when you get KO'd like how he did with a head kick. I do feel like you need some significant time off. Like when he lost to Ilia, he took a good amount of months off, which is important, man. Like, especially when you've been, you see, when you've been an active champion like Alex, or an active fighter like Alex Volkanovski, Izzy, Kamaru. Listen, you're gonna have wear and tear, and as you get older, recovery becomes way more important. So I listen. I always thought he took the fight on short notice. I feel like when the fight got announced that he was fighting Topuria, I said to myself, yeah, he's probably gonna get knocked out. He needs to take time off. But with that being said, I still think Ilia would do the same thing to a healthy Volk. He's just got that power, man. Like, Volk hasn't fought anyone in that featherweight division that has the power that Ilia Topuria has, and the technique. So I think it would be the same story. That's just my opinion. But I'm gonna try to do videos like this every week. Like I said, guys, every Sunday, if not every Sunday, at least once a week. But yeah, there's been some interesting news floating about. I'll keep you guys up to date with whatever news I come across, and I'll give you my reactions. But yeah, man, it's Big Yems. Like and subscribe. Comment below. In a bit, man. Oh, and before I go, I'm going to be having a video where I have some hot takes. And I'm just going to leave you guys with this, for those of you that watch the video to the end. Dricus du Plessis will beat Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319. In a bit, guys.